Hey, this is Brook. I'm going to show you page 9 from my chord book. This is my attempt to ease people into bar chords as gently as possible. But it can be a shock when you realize what your hand has to do. So part of playing guitar is pretty physical. But I don't think you should have to force it. Mostly my advice is a lot of repetition and just kind of float into it over time versus force it in one day. So the first bar chord on page 9 in my chord book is D major 7. That's where I'm going to take my pointer finger, lay it flat on the 3 skinny strings, the first, second, and third strings at 2nd fret. I'm going to play 4 strings like this. D major 7. So I'm using my pointer finger to kind of pinch down with that flat part and use my thumb to squeeze, keeping, I don't want to get in there too far. I'm keeping the rest of my hand away from the strings so no glob of skin drapes over and touches a string and deadens it. So I'm being mindful of that, and I go through one string at a time and listen to it, make sure every string rings out. Otherwise, you might have, we want. So you learn to press just enough. All right, that's D major 7. A6 is exactly the same, only just creep it over one string. So now we're pressing on 4 strings, and we're going to play 5 strings. Most A chords in this position would want to take advantage of the open A string. Basically, it's a real happy A chord. A6. It's got a happy sound. All right. I'm feeling I'm already getting fatigued right in here. This muscle gets tired. Next, I'm going to move over to an A5 like this. About the same thing, I'm just barring at the 2nd fret again, hitting a total of 3 strings, 5th, 4th, and 3rd. That's your A5, which kind of gives you a a good crunchy sound. Now I'm going to do the same thing. This is pretty boring, isn't it? I'm going to hit 4 strings. Same thing. And one more. These 4 strings. So the previous chord was an A. This is an F sharp minor 7 with an E bass note. Just trying to get you comfortable with that position, because when we get to this F sharp minor, you got to bring in the ring finger here. Ring finger 4th fret, 4th string, the F sharp. It's an F sharp minor chord. A lot of my students get pretty distressed right at that point. So we just kind of rest for a little bit. If that's killing you, maybe just do the ring finger, isolate that. Make sure you can do that, and maybe experiment with some strings like this. That's cool. And then you can bring in that index. but the ring finger can't tilt over and block out the G string. Make sure your ring finger doesn't clobber the G string. All right, D minor 7, like this. That's just a little bar at the first fret on the second and first strings, and then bring in middle finger on third string, second fret. D minor 7. If you keep that where it is, add your ring finger, fourth string, third fret, F. You got an F chord. Take that up 2 frets, you got a G. 2 more frets, there's A. And so forth. They're all movable unless there's open strings. Now the B flat right here. Oh my gosh. Those are pretty hard. That's your pointer finger flat on the first fret, ring finger flat on the third fret. Ring fingers only on the fourth, third, and second strings. Try to mainly get the 4 middle strings ringing out. If you happen to be able to get the first string to ring out at first fret, that's excellent. Let's see if I can do it. No. Move it up 1 fret, you got a B. I'm not even going to try the first string. 1 more fret is C, and so forth. Now you got your big fat F chord. Oh no! That's the kingpin of all bar chords. Index flat, then make an E shape here. Take the, drop off pinky, you got a F7. Drop off middle, you got F minor 7. Add ring and pinky, you got F minor. All right, let's do one more. Here's a fancy F7. That's adding the pinky second string, 4th fret. And you can move that up to G7, A7, B7, etc. So, that's page 9. It's pretty brutal, man. I mean, I take my students through it very slowly, very carefully. If they get no sound, but at least get the shape right, I'm like, good job. Just keep at it. Eventually the sound will happen. You just have to keep putting your hands in these positions and shapes, checking and testing, and just persevere. Don't get too sad. It might be really frustrating, but you'll get it. So, yeah, just hang with them stupid bar chords and see what happens. Thank you.